Hello, my name is Eva Woode. I'm the director of Studio Woode. We are curators focused on sustainability and well-being in the built environment. We have curated the exhibition Sea Change, Flood Resilient Architecture for the 21st Century. The exhibition is on show at the Roca London Gallery. The exhibition explores work by architects who are leading the way in making our cities better equipped for a future with more severe weather events, with rising sea levels and with more flooding, often looking beyond floodgates and sea walls and barriers, and exploring how nature can be used as a tool for resilience. Today, I'm joined by Ya-Hsin Chen and Michiel van Driessche, and we're going to talk about two projects that are on show in the exhibition. So first, I'll just introduce Ya-Hsin. Ya-Hsin has worked on varying scales, from master planning, urban regeneration to waterfront developments. She studied at Tamkang University in Taiwan and also at the Technical University in Delft, and worked as an urban designer at KCAP 3 Ontwerp Bureau, and also as an architect at Foster & Partners here in London. As associate partner of KCAP, you're leading the KCAP team in Shanghai, managing projects throughout Asia for the firm. And Michiel van Driessche is a landscape architect, founder and partner of Felixx Landscape Architects and Planners. He studied at the University College of Ghent and also the Amsterdam Academy of Architecture, and focusing on environmental challenges and specialized in strategic planning. So the two projects that we are going to talk about one is by KCAP together with Astok in its HafenCity in Hamburg. So we'll start with this one. So KCAP, this is a project to redevelop a former port area in Hamburg, creating a new city district, as far as I've understood, and keep the closeness to water, although it's not used as a port at all anymore, but keep the closeness to water. And it's positioned just on the flood zone, as far as I've understood, the flood zone of the Elbe River. So there were some challenges there. Ya-Hsin, could you tell us briefly about the project and the approach?
Yeah, thank you, Eva. Yeah, as you introduced, HafenCity used to be a port area, but now after it's open to the city, to the world, it has certain questions to be answered as a planner. KCAP, in cooperation with Astok, we play a role, not only a master planner, but also supervisor, to give a constant advice to our clients, which is also worth to mention, HafenCity Hamburg, which also play an important role on leading the project for past 20 years. So 20 years ago, while KCAP are selected, we enter the competition and being selected as a master planner. The first question is how the designer or the planner can provide a new vision for old industrial area when open to the water, also to the public. What we do, I think that's very essential for the project, is instead of a blueprint master plan, we introduce a set of framework for quality, because only the quality framework can confirm what to be in and what to go, and also prioritize the important qualities and values for the new world to come, while still keep the old qualities for the city, because it's the important diversity and identity for the project, not to mention the water, which I think we will ask more question about it.
Yes, and when we look at your approach to flood defense within HafenCity, we found it really interesting that it's to some extent, you've decentralized. So it's not just one central way of protecting the area against the water, but you've worked with a number of methods. And also, the really interesting thing, I think, is that you allow, in the event of a flood, some of the water will be allowed into the area, and you've planned for it to flood to some extent. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so there are a few keywords. It's about the city and water, of course. It's also about the new and old, the new interventions, new innovative strategies. So immediately when we're facing the master plan, first question is an innovative concept for the resilient city planning is very necessary, because how we deal with flood, how we live and work with water, this is the first question to answer. So we have two choices. One is build the seawall along all the sides, which immediately very expensive and very costly and also not environmental friendly. Or as a Dutch office, we can go the other way around. We play and live with water. So we allow water to go in, but how? We have a certain setback, and we move the podium level to the upper level, 3 meters higher, which allow the whole site to accommodate, let's call dry areas and wet areas. So maybe there are a few days in a year, the water will come, but no problem. We move to a higher level to still have the dry anemones in the dry level. So if you've been to the site, you will see a lot of public space. You can call it dry or wet, but they are composed by different squares, passages, or the plazas with the stepping grounds. So it attracts thousands of people to come to visit. It's kind of infrastructure. It's kind of a landscape combining with public space design towards the urban design. So it's a lot to show and to prove that it is possible to live with water.
And in terms of, I've understood that there are some buildings where the responsibility is almost on the people living in the building, or there's perhaps one designated person who is responsible for securing the building when in the event of a flood. This is quite an unusual and very decentralized approach. How was this received from the client and the people living there now?
Yes, I think you are talking about some instruments. We place a spatial instruction to have the wall, the door, the sitting door to be